Hello, my cuddly Cancers. Welcome back to my channel. As you know, I'm Sachi the Scorpio, and I'm here to deliver your guided twin flame soulmate reading for the month of May. Please like, comment, subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more I can give to you. For anyone new here, this is the general deck that we use to look at the energies. We also take a look to clarify the light aspect, which is the lighter karmic lessons in soulmate twin flame relationships, and also what is known to us, what is very much in the light. And then we also take a look at the shadow, the darker, more difficult karmic lessons that are part of soulmate twin flame relationships, and also what can be hidden from us, very much in the shadow, that we try to bring to the light in order to become aware of it and also to heal it. And then we also take a look at some oracles as well. So you know, Pluto retrograde is coming, or has started, and it's going to go until October 4th. So there's a lot of really transformational energy. Look between 24 and 22 degree Capricorn in your chart to see where it hits, to know what's going on. I'm offering a tarot and astro read combined kind of thing about this transit. If you would like to email me to book a private reading for that, or if you would like to message me on Instagram at Sachi the Scorpio. But anyway, all right, Cancer, let's just jump to it, shall we? What are you bringing to the soulmate twin flame relationship right now? Five of Swords. Okay. This is a lot. This is a lot. If it wants to come back, it was a lot. All right, what is Cancer bringing right now? The Emperor in reverse. So there's an aspect of the divine masculine being a little bit reversed on your end. So, you know, what you're bringing is not feeling like you're a ruling authority. You know, it feels like you're not ruling over your terrain. And I feel like there is some disappointment, you know, with the divine masculine in general, within you or within the other person. What's the light aspect of what Cancer is bringing? You know, this is also like Aries card in reverse. So this is not really taking action, you know, being a little bit more stagnant, and very much, like not feeling like they're sitting on their throne right now. What's the light aspect of what Cancer is bringing to the relationship? So the Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and Knave of Swords. So you're working really hard to try to manifest this relationship. I definitely, like 2 sevens in a row. 7, you know, being the number of like one-on-one partnerships and marriage and balance and things like that. You are really putting in the physical work, the pentacle work, you know, which has to do with money, housing, you know, physically doing things. So I don't know, maybe if you do some sort of physical ritual or reaching out to them physically, or something to do, you know, working in the physical world, but you're also doing it with your wands, with your passion, your intensity, and you really want to know where things are gonna get going here. It's like you're working and you want to know the extrapolation of the data of, like, you know, the fire is the love, the lust, the intensity, the passion. It's like, okay, I'm here, you know, it's gone up and down, but like, where are we going and when are we going to get there, sort of thing. And I feel like you are very much focused on trying to, you know, bring this up to a peak point because you're the one working on it. And Knave of Swords, so it's like you're reaching out to this person. We'll see if they're reaching back, but you're the one who's really putting the energy into communication. You know, the Knave of Swords is, you know, like how they communicate is by putting that freaking that picture on the, this is like lamenting for someone, you know what I mean, and trying to communicate with them through the wind. It's kind of a little bit immature for Swords energy. You know, it's not the king or the queen, it's still a court card. And the Knave is like, oh yeah, I'll find this person, let me just put it to the wind and have it get electrocuted. And it's very much, you know, like psychic sort of, like, you know, not in the physical world communication, but I do feel like you're the one reaching out. Definitely energetically. And I think actually messaging them as well. I usually take this as communication through like a phone or computer, which I know a lot of us are, you know, constrained to, considering what's going on in the world. What's the shadow aspect of what Cancer brings? What's the shadow aspect of what Cancer is bringing? Seven of Air. So you don't see the change. You don't see the change. Once again, it's another 7. We have 3 7s showing that, you know, Libra energy of balance, of one-on-one partnerships, of marriage even, you know. And with 7 of Air in reverse, this is that a conversation is not changing about what's happening in the physical world. You know, like upright, this is change, talking about change, about what's going on physical with the Pentacles. So, you know, it could very much be a money situation, but it's also housing situation, you know, physical things, anything tangible you can put your hands on that you are definitely doing the work in. But it's like, you know, you're bringing an aspect of not changing the communication about that. I feel like you want communication from them, but you're also bringing, like, you're very unwavering in how you want to physically move forward, I feel. You're very much in this partnership. 3 7s, like, whoo, you don't have to tell me again, you know? And I feel you, Cancer. I truly feel how you're feeling right now. All right, let's see what they're bringing to the relationship. That was quick. 4 of Cups. So they are very much going in their mind and thinking about things. You know, the 4 of Cups, this is meditating on one's own emotions. Kind of, you know, this person keeps their emotions to themselves. Like, there's the water belly. This is also a crab card, you know. Like, you do this very much yourself, where you know, close yourself off and, you know, go through your emotions to emotionally regulate, you know, and like you only have water to drink, you know, during your meditation, and you know, like spiritually you guys do that emotionally, you know what I mean? Not necessarily that you specifically do this act, but this person is very much closing off emotionally and contemplating for themselves, like, how do I feel about this? What's the light aspect of what they're bringing? What's the soulmate twin flame bring? What's the light aspect of this? Knight of Swords in reverse. So they don't want to talk about something. Either that or they haven't been able to get the words right. I feel you like, oh, I'm going to try to get them to talk to me. And it might be with your energy of like thinking about them. Like, Cancers are great manifestors. But, you know, there's this aspect where, you know, they're thinking about it and they don't want to send this, you know, like this is upright. This is the card of rough drafts. You know, again, it's a Knight card, you know, very similar to the Knave, where it's a little bit more unevolved. It's not a king or a queen. And it's like, this is the card of writing rough draft after rough draft after rough draft, trying to figure out what they want to say. But in reverse, it's like they're not ready there. Like, they're not even ready to, you know, create the first rough draft because they are still just in their mind. What's the shadow aspect of what they bring? What does the soulmate twin flame bring in the shadow? So this wanted to do a little flippy. Okay, there's 2. Wow, 9 of Fire. This is Pluto. I was just talking about the transformation that's taking place with the Pluto retrograde. And as I said, like, oh, it wants to flip. You know, I do think that there is something about Pluto's transformation that is, you know, Pluto retrograde, where it flips up, you know, that is very, very important for you. So know that there's some part of a cycle. I don't know if this is during or, I mean, obviously it's through May. So, you know, during this Pluto retrograde, this is the theme, is what I'm getting. Which can be a little bit further, you know, through October 4th, which is how long that retrograde is, which we will be in Libra season during that time. So, which is all about the balance. So I think that there's some sort of, you know, balance energy that maybe they might need that time to get there. Okay, we'll see. All right, so yeah, with Pluto in reverse and the Mother of Water. So there, like, the Mother of Water nurtures the emotions, okay? Like, you know, the maiden ushers in, the mother nurtures, and the crone gets rid of the water, extinguishes the water. So there's some sort of transformation about the way that this is emotionally nurtured that has happened, you know, around this time. And like the way that they are transforming in some way about, you know, how they emotionally nurture as well. And I think that, you know, with them going inward and not wanting to talk, it very much is a transformation that they are taking place. So if you want to look at their natal chart, you know, between 24 and 22 degree Capricorn, because they are going through a huge transformation when it comes to the emotional realm. You know, if you're dealing with a Capricorn or someone with significant Capricorn placements, you know, that's probably what's going on. Check to see if it's in 24 to 22 degrees Capricorn and where that is in your chart as well. All right, so let's see what you desire. And this looks like a Capricorn, you know what I mean? With the antlers, even though it is an Aries card. But let's see, what is Cancer desiring? That was quick. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. I hear you saying, like, I don't have to have it all. You know, it's not the 10 of Pentacles. So it's like, you don't want them for their money. You don't want them for their housing situation. You don't want them because of their family ties or where they, you know, where they live or things like that. It's not about that. So you don't desire any of that shit. What's the light aspect here? But the 10 of Chalices, but you want to marry them and you love them. Aw, Cancers, I love you so much. And I totally understand. I have a Cancer moon. So, you know, I totally feel you. So, yeah, like, you don't want all that shit, like, but you do. You want to marry them. You want to have this emotional 10. It doesn't have to be an Earth 10, you know, of the Pentacles. You know, it doesn't have to be that you have to have everything when it comes to money, housing situation, any of that. You just want the emotions of this person. And, you know, they're going through an emotional transformation, but you do. You really want that. With the Emperor in reverse, yeah. You know, like, what you bring is that energy is like, oh, you know, that Emperor in reverse. And, you know, you desire that, like, whoever the Emperor that's in reverse, you want them. You want them. For sure. Like, you want to marry them so bad. It's so beautiful, you know. And the King of Wands. So this is, you know, you want the Emperor and the King of Wands. So you want that fire. Remember how I said, like, taking action, you know, because it's Aries, like, they can't take action. Like, it's the, you know, the King of Wands upright is the highest divine masculine of intensity, of love, of lust, of sexuality, you know, of passion. I'm not sure if I said that already, but, you know, you really want them. You really want them. And the thing is like, they don't have to be upright. You just want them. But the thing is that you have to remember, dear Cancer, is that they have another journey that they need to go on to. And I know that you want them very bad, but they need to do something for themselves. Okay, that's me talking. That's me talking. So just remember that. But I do feel all of this energy that you really want them. You really want them. What's the shadow energy here? 5 of Earth. Yeah. So this is, even though it's Earth, you know, it's water, but that's it. Like, the emotions that you feel, you know, you want this emotional depth, and it's like, it doesn't even matter. This is like emotional hunger, you know, of the 5th energy, of being a little bit egocentric as well. Like, it can be dark, and like, you know, the emotions can be overflowing and penetrate through my Earth, you know, and you know, this is water that destroys Earth, that destroys the physical. And it's like, you desire the bad and the good. Like, I don't care. Bring that waterfall here, baby. You know what I mean? But they, like, you do desire that. Like, and that's a wonderful thing about Cancers, is like, you can go through a really emotional, crazy, dark, you know, whatever period, and a Cancer's still gonna fucking love you, you know, because Cancers, they love water. They want the 10 of Chalices, you know, they want the 10 of, you know, water, and that waterfall doesn't bother them whatsoever. You know, I know I'm a Cancer moon, so I'm the same way, you know, especially as a Scorpio, we also love the dark emotions. Like, that's not too much for us. But the thing is it seems like for them, this is a lot for them to handle, and they really, you know, have to go through this transformation, which might be the whole Pluto transformation, the whole Pluto retrograde until October 4th, where they need to somehow go through a transformation that's very much based on, you know, how they feel about things until they're ready to talk. Let's see what they desire. What do they desire out of this relationship? What does the soulmate twin flame desire? The Page of Wands. So they do want to hear from you, but it's like they want to hear it as an echo. So, you know, they might be in their ego and shit. And yes, like they definitely have some shit to work on, but they might also, you know, they have shit to work on because they might be a little unevolved. You know, a page, again, is a little bit unevolved. You know, like you want the King of Wands, but they're the Page of Wands. You know, like they, you know, they're desiring an echo, and it's like they want to hear from you just to know that you're still in it. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to come forward and talk about their emotions because they're still contemplating on it. But, you know, they want to hear from you. And it's about that love, that lust, that intensity, that passion, you know. What else do they desire in the light? What's the aspects? Whoa. Ugh. I feel like I need to drink some water. All right. I feel like someone is a little bit flustered because all my words got scrambled in that one. What's the light aspect of the Page of Wands? The Moon in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. You have a lot of court cards coming up. So there's like a lot of things going on and a lot of different people. And the Moon in reverse is some sort of like secret or something, but it's a secret that's been revealed because it's the Moon in reverse. You know, that energy has, you know, first of all, it's in the light. So it's a secret that came out. And that is in the light. And it's about the Knight of Pentacles. So that this is, you know, like I said, there's a lot of court stuff around here. And for some reason with this person, I felt that it was somebody else. So I think that a secret about someone else has come to light where like it's the Knight of Pentacles, where it's some sort of attachment, you know, about money or housing situation or anything tangible you can put your hands on. You know, this is a gardener who plants the seeds, you know, to reap the crop later. So I really think that, you know, they're desiring, it's like, I feel like they might want to know more about that, or they want to, you know, have some sort of secret divulged, you know. What's the shadow aspect of the Page of Wands? Well, wow. Two of Fire, Twin Flame, Twin Flame. Maiden of Earth in reverse and Maiden of Water in reverse. Woohoo! Hell yeah. So, you know, they do desire that relationship. And the thing is, it's like they desire this. They do. And they're doing their shit. You know what I mean? They do desire this. Whether this is in the shadow, so I don't know if they know it or not. But, you know, this is a twin flame relationship. And with the Mother of Earth in reverse and the Maiden of Water in reverse, it's like they, no matter what, you guys are destined to connect again. Okay? It's just gonna happen. But relax. They are not ready to, you know, usher in a new physical beginning or usher in a new emotional beginning. You know, like I said with the Maiden of Water, they have a transformation to go through about the way that they conceive, you know, the emotional world, their own emotional world, because they're going inside and like, wow, I have too many emotions that I just need to go inside and figure out what I feel. And like, until then, they're not ready to usher in the Maiden of the physical new or usher in the Maiden of the emotional new. So just be patient with them. What's the outcome for the month of May? Three of Swords. I'm sorry. This is the card of heartbreak. So, you know, this is about a third party. So, you know, it could be someone else involved here. Or finding out maybe something heartbreaking about a third party person. But yeah, I'm sorry, I don't like this as the outcome. But, you know, as you know, this is twin flame. This is how it goes, you know. Of course you're going to experience heartbreak. How else, you know, are you going to know all the facets of love that twin flame journeys teach us? It's not all sunshine and rainbows, you know. This is very much learning what it's like to be a human in love. And it's intense, and there are a lot of different dimensions to that. But unfortunately, there is a, You know, and you will reconnect if you go through your soul journey. You know, there's no need to fret. But yeah, there is definitely some heartbreak this month. I'm sorry, Cancer. I'm so sorry. I'm wondering what my own is with my Cancer moon. Like, oh man. All right, what's the light? What's the light aspect here? The Three of Chalices. Yeah, so there is a third party emotional situation. So it's an emotional entanglement. You know, this isn't the Three of Fire, so it might not be a sexual third party situation, but there is an emotional third party that is involved here. What's the shadow aspect of this? The Four of Earth. So it's not the time to line up right now. Okay. The Four, like, it's working on it. It's working in the shadows. You know, some energy needs to be shifted around here. They're going through a journey, you know, where they're learning more about their emotional world, and you need to give them time. And I know that you want them no matter what. They don't have to be upright, but for them, they have to be upright and they have to be balanced. So, you know, with the Four of Earth in reverse, it's just that it has not aligned the way it needs to. You know, the Four of Earth upright is, look at this bridge. Like, everything had to have been done at the exact moment that it was. Every single, you know, slot of stone needed to be put at a specific exact angle, you know, in order for this bridge to be built. And that's what love is. You know what I mean? And right now, it's just not that time. They have some soul work that they have to go through. So, whew, just be as patient as possible, my dear Cancers. Please be as patient as possible. All right, let's see what Cancer needs to hear about love. Wow, 4 things. The ultimate sadness is to go through life without loving, but it would be almost equally sad to leave this world without ever telling those you love them that you do love them. So even though you are having this sort of sadness, like, you know, the ultimate sadness is to go through, like, even though you're going to have this heartbreak during this month, like, the ultimate sadness is to go throughout life without this, like I was talking about. Like, it's beautiful to have a soul journey that teaches us so much. And like, but it would be almost as equally sad to leave the world without telling those you love them that you do love them. So if you haven't told this person that you love them, you know, or you haven't gotten that confirmation from them, like, it will happen, you know, like, if someone is waiting on that confirmation, you know, maybe that's what they're going inside. They need to learn how to admit that they love somebody. The love from the soul is wholly without condemnation. It sees imperfections, but because of what it sees, more love flows. Yeah, you know, like, if, you know, I know that you want them no matter what, and that's the thing, like, you know that even with their flaws, it's like, I don't care, you don't have to be upright, I just love you, and that's the way that it is, you know. But they aren't, maybe they don't love themselves that much unless, you know, if they see imperfections. So know that you do have that kind of selfless love, but they may not understand love in that way yet. It is better to be hated for what you are than loved for what you are not. Again, it's that authenticity. And, you know, it goes the other way where, you know, they need to figure out how they feel. And that might take them a while. They might have problems with their emotions. And, you know, it's better, you know, like, I feel like that's more them. Like, I don't care if you're upset, but I need to do this. You know, I need to, like, go inward. And I'm not gonna come to you and pretend to be somebody else, you know, because that's not love. If each time I thought of you were a flower, I could walk in my garden forever. So I feel like even though it seems like they're not reaching out, like, they are still building a garden, you know, with the thoughts of you. And I think that you are also doing that, and know that that is part of the connection, but you need to, you know, be wary of the way that you guys are thinking about each other. But you really are building this garden together. And one day, you know, when the twin flames can reunite after they do their soul work, you know, then it can happen. Let's see. What should Cancer focus on healing during the month of May for this relationship? What should Cancer focus on healing? Expectancy. Wow. So expect that rebirth. You know, this keeps coming out with a lot of like private readings that I've been doing. And I really think that it's this Plutonic force, you know, Pluto, about that transformation. You know, Pluto rules Scorpio, which is, you know, the cycle of death and then rebirth. You know, it's not Saturn, like, okay, physically you die. It's Pluto of like, okay, yeah, you're going to die and then be reborn. It's very much the shamanic death, you know, that scorpionic journey, because Pluto rules Scorpio, of the soul death, and you spiritually grow, you know, of being born again spiritually. So, you know, some of you could be dealing with someone who might be pregnant, and that needs to have your attention. And absolutely, congratulations to whoever is expecting. But you know, there is some aspect of expecting a sort of rebirth, you know, for them. And like, you need to expect that, you know, it will happen. Just be patient. Yes, spiritual growth. Exactly. Look how similar these are. The spiritual growth. Know that this is a spiritual growth, and you can expect them, you know, to come back when they've done their soul work, because they're trying to figure out, you know, their emotional world. So, okay, Cancer, if you would like to take a look at the extended, the description, or the link is in the description box below if you want to take a deeper look into these energies. I'm going to do more, including looking at the connected, the blockage, how to move forward, and then also tap into your guys' erotic and sexual energy to see if there's any third parties or, you know, stuff there. So if you're interested, please click below. If not, then I hope that I see you again for the next reading, and I hope that you have a great month of May, Cancers. I love you very much. Mwah. Bye-bye.